There is a reason who does not like this guy. There is a very strong reason. It's because he is just like Merlin. He leads people on, only telling them exactly what they need to know, and never gives people the full story. He is holding all his cards as close to his chest. Holding his cards as close as his chest to his chest as possible. Know who else does that shit? It's a very popular Bleach character. His name is Kisuke Urahara. That's the type of manipulation this guy has. Now, am I saying Kisuke is a bad character? No, I fucking love Kisuke's character. But that's because, like, Kisuke is a living human or Shinigami doing that. He is not detached from it. He's not detached from the world like Merlin or Taigong. That's why their character comes more into question than Kisuke's. Okay, no, I'm gonna straight up say what happened in Tunguska. He led you to a death zone and then didn't tell you why you were even going there, and then pop, raid boss. He led you into an area specifically designed to kill humans, and then springs up a raid boss. Like, what the fuck? Do you think we were gonna run? I'm in it for the rewards. Why are you trying to scare me away? Why are you trying to lie? Just tell me that. Oh yeah, there's a raid boss over here. Oh, bet. How many masters that play the game would actually just not care? I mean, granted, we're not the ones that are dealing with fucking gun monsters that like act like humans do playing FPS video games. That's all I'm getting into Tunguska spoilers, by the way. That's it. I forget whether people can even read Tunguska or not if they don't do it during this event. So this is why I'm a little more loose lips about it, because I forget whether you're even able to read this stuff. At least until it becomes a main interlude. So, enough about his character. Let's talk about how he works in game. Base attack, 11.6k attack. Not bad. It is just above the average. And riders do not have a negative modifier, so it checks out. He's doing okay. He's above the midpoint, not by much, but he is above the midpoint for 5 stars. HP, it is again at the average end. It's not 14k, but he really doesn't need that much HP because he's fighting casters, which they don't have the best attack. They have a negative modifier, so by default he'll take half damage and even less damage because it's casters. And B, casters only get like 2 hits if they're by themselves. So if there's one caster left, he's not taking much damage in the first place. Star weight, star gen, these are normal rider numbers. I mean, star weight is a little higher. And they're slightly above average, but not by a significant amount. Sorry. MP charge, 0.6%. He has the 6-hit MP. It is understandable why this number is low, because 6-hit quick, it's starting to hit the sweet spot of which ones can actually loot. Like, after you get above 5, that's when the quick loopers are actually going to be good quick loopers. Like, they're not going to have most of the issues that a lot of other quick loopers have, which is refund. Hit counts: 4 hits on quick, 3 hits on arts, 3 hit on buster, 5 hit extra attack. This works for a quick AoE because he is expected to be critting. It is very different from like Dobrynia, which might have issues critting and has worse hit count. He is definitely going to be having the stars to be able to take advantage of like his refund. First skill is why he is sub DPS, or he can be sub DPS for multicore, challenge quest, or just farming. Sorry, sub DPS, and he could do multicore. %15 quick, 15% attack, 15% MP damage. Now, you might think that these numbers are super low. You might think that this skill is shit. You would be very, very wrong, because remember, what buff types are super, super abundant in Quick Team, and what buff type is absent from the mainline quick supports? Attack and MP damage. Those are completely missing from the comps. If you're a quick unit and you are built to run on double Scotty, you would get more out of having raw attack and MP gain buffs than having a quick buff of your own, because diminishing returns, if your quick buff isn't high enough and you could get an attack buff and MP gain buff instead, your refund numbers would be better, because quick right now does not give MP gain unless you make it. You bring in Neuro Bride, you use Fragments of 2004, which does hinder whether you can use Black Rail or not. This is the equivalent to a mana burst that lasts for 3 turns as long as you are NPing. And it doesn't matter which unit is NPing. As long as they're a quick unit, they can take advantage of all these buffs. If they're not a quick unit, they get these two, which are universal. And if it's an arts unit and you're using Castoria, yeah, there's less value in this, but you still get MP damage, which Castoria does not give. If Oberon's in the comp, this goes up dramatically in value and it turns into 30%. Thus, it turns into 15, 15, and 30, and it looks way more like a mana burst than it does right now. This is on a 7-turn cooldown. Don't discount this skill just because these numbers look low. All these buffs multiply into each other. And let me get the calculator right now. So 1.15 times 1.15 times 1.15 equals slightly higher than a mana burst. Is this less refund? Yes, it is. It is less refund. But is this gonna help with overkill more when you're roided out on Scotty buffs? Yes. When you have those Scotty buffs, so let me do this into the function. And yeah, so this is gonna be a little more math, but let's change this. So we'll take the Scotty buffs into consideration now. So 2.15 times 1.15 times 1.15. Let's compare this to if he just had a quick buff of probably 30%. And got rid of all this other stuff. Oh yeah, I'm done. They don't give 50% mana burst at base. At best, he would have gotten a 30% quick buff, and that's it. And remember, this is party wide. There is way more utility in this than him just getting a boring 30% mana burst. Next skill. Steals all enemy skills for 1 turn. Power mods against Divinity, 50%. Power mod against demonic, 50%. These are very wide-reaching niches. That is like, and these, it's different from Santa Martha too. Santa Martha has an all-in-one and doesn't cover demonic. He gets power mod against all these casters and all these berserkers on the divinity side. There aren't as much demonic, but there is some overlap. Summer Ibuki gets fucked. Divinity demonic. Like, Summer Ibuki is super good, but she has so many weaknesses, it's not even funny. They made this unit super good to use, but have so many enemies that can take advantage against her. And I think that's fair balancing in all honesty. But power mods are also something that is not dealt with in quick teams. And these are potent as fuck. Holy shit. Like, you can't sit here and say that, like, he doesn't have the damage in his kit, because he very much does. Let's go to this sheet and let's just see where his MP damage lies. I know I'm skipping ahead, but let's just see where his MP damage lies. Yeah, at base 23, around what Achilles was before he got his MP buff. Divine and demonic, he blows everyone on this list out the fucking water, and it's not even a contest. His best like competition and raw damage for power mods is Suzuka when she gets everything lined up. If you fighting a divine demonic enemy, they are just going to like die. Like, it is a no contest situation. MP1, he hits, he's hitting in the single target range. He is hitting as a single target. It is very, I don't actually see them buffing him anytime soon. I would like it, but I don't think it's gonna happen. The guy had it's very ironically like a Santa Martha situation. People did not think she was that good on her release, but come when you need to use her, people realize, oh shit, she's actually amazing. Third skill, 30% battery for himself, 20% to the party. Again, more multi-core, more sub DPS. He has a 20% battery. Like, he gives, I don't want to say waiver quality buffs because it's not, but he is charging the party AoE like that though. He kind of is. It's like he popped waiver, like it's like waiver popped all his skills and then targeted Taigong Wang. Missing the defense, definitely missing the defense. Of the crit damage with a charge, yes. So in a team that would require like AoE buffing and someone to be clearing a wave, and you can't afford to use waiver, you could use Taigong Wang, and he is going to buff your team, like especially if the other unit is a quick unit, very effectively. Passive skills is one hell. He only has one, but it's one hell of a good one. Riding A, 11% quick. So this is base 26%, not 15. It starts to look a lot better, doesn't it? Starts to look just a little bit better. I'm talking about using him in multi-core. Mana loading. Simple as that. Gotta be mana loading. Because in a lotto, you often are not starting the whole entire thing with an MOB Lotto CE unless it's a rerun. We're not getting another Christmas Lotto rerun until next year. And that one is Cherry Icicle, so it is quick up. Just saying, hold on to that. But for any lotto, you start with 30 if it's a charged CE. That having this maxed out would let you MP on turn 1 without any extra help. For quick, that is amazing because that means that Scotty does not have, like, you can not use plug suit for the team. You don't have to use it. You can just start with Scotty, pop the 50s like normal quick farming. So not only does he have power mods for Divinity, but he also has super effective against Divinity. That is the reason his damage pops the fuck off. Because if you notice here, these are two different numbers. Because the super effective mods and power mods multiply into each other. They're two different things. They're not additive. MP damage and power mods are additive, but that's because MP damage, it only works on the MP. Power mods, I mean, they work on everything, but they're usually lower value and can't be doubled with Oberon. I don't see them buffing his MP. If they do, they're not going to add an extra effect. They're going to make this activates first, and that's it. And honestly, I think that's fine. Because this makes it easier for follow-up MPs or face cards to refund. Quick res down, very nice to have. But again, it's the melt issue, where you wish that this shit happened first. You just wish it did. Them's the breaks. His Ascension mats, he requires gold, but I mean, he doesn't need that much of them. Again, he requires gold, but he doesn't need that much of them, and you can kind of go at your own pace. You don't have to have everything maxed out, although you probably should have this maxed out, because of how the scaling works. This is a 46% battery, when normally with 50% batteries, it'd be like 48 to 50. So the scaling on this is wonky because of how it's split. You would want this maxed out first. But I mean, once you have it maxed out, you're farming, like, the other skills are for more damage, not... Although first one is tied to looping, but it's because the quick buff is so low, it's not going to matter that much. Pen gets a little more egregious, but again, you only do these one at a time, and the gold mats down here aren't that bad, and the yarn, you got to spend it on something. Bond CE, power mod against Divinity, power mod against Demonic. This guy is a great fucking spook. Hands down, he is one of the best spooks you can get if you're summoning. I am so glad he's permanent. Do you need to summon for him? No. He is not that good. Quick is not in the best spot right now, although it gets better over the summer. I'm not going to deny it. But Quick is still heavily looked down upon. It's gonna, like, people are, like, until Mighty Chains come out, people are still gonna heavily look down on Quick. Just look at Game Press. And then look, I'm sorry. And Quick just like Taikobo is the reason you be using Quick in Multicore, not Scotty. He just provides better utility for Multicore than running like double, triple Scotty. You would at least replace one of the Scotties with him, along with the other unit. But that's a big ask, and Quick's strength and weakness is its RNG factor. You could have really good turns that don't require needing other supports than bare minimum, or you get super fucking unlucky and you need more supports than, say, Arts is just, because of Castoria, Arts is just always going to be like really good at Multicore. It's undeniable fact. Taigong can close that gap, but you're definitely going to want higher investment if you really want him to do better multi-core damage outside of just finding a divine caster / berserker with occasional demonic adding a little more firepower. This guy is definitely good. I would say like he lives up to the grand, like a potential Grand Rider / Grand Caster. Like, I can definitely see that potential. If they ever buff him, he will really live up to Grand Caster, because he's one of those servants I think doesn't need to get buffed anytime soon. If they do, it's a cherry on top, nothing more. All right. I will see you guys in the next one. Peace. Thank you for making it to the end of this video. If you enjoyed, drop a like or sub. Hope to see you in the next one. Peace.